Do you want success in business? Then you have to focus on what customers want, not what they need, because customers always buy what they want. After the theme song, I'll share with you how I apply this to my business.
So the big question is this: how do you become the cloud expert in your area without having to make any investments in hardware and software? Who provides customers with a secure cloud foundation? How do you start in a way that lets you offer your products and services and start making money straight from the beginning? That is the question, and this podcast will give you the answer. My name is Marcel Wachtens, and welcome to Cloud Secrets.
What does the customer want? For us, we are IT suppliers, cloud service providers, or whatever kind of doing it for you services that we offer. We provide services or we do things for our customers so they don't have to do them themselves, even if they got the knowledge or not. It's really not important. They just want to spend their time on their most valuable things, the things that generate the most revenue or whatever it is they do. And by outsourcing IT, that's what most businesses do these days with cloud services. Well, you can outsource it directly to Microsoft or Google or Amazon or whatever kind of supplier that's in the market. But who's gonna set it all up? Who's gonna migrate all your data into the new system? And who is gonna maintain and keep you guys updated or your customers updated on the way they can go, the way you can use systems, the way they can integrate systems, the way. So basically, today what I'm going to talk about is sell your customer what they want. What does your customer want? Do you know it? Did you ever ask any customer or prospect that very direct question? Okay, what do you think? What do you want? Now, what outcome do you want when all things aside? Okay, pick an empty box and let the prospect or customer think and explain to you what an ideal system for him or her would look like. And that will give you a ton of insights, because they're going to share things on the way they like to see it and the way they can do business optimal in their situation, because every single business differs from another one. So there's no one shoe fits all solution here, there's no one size fits all. And you have to always look at customer wants and needs, of course, but I'll come back to that later, because the customer will always buy what he wants, not what he needs. He buy what he wants to have. And also if you let them explain why they want it, it could be a total different thing, which doesn't have to do anything with IT. If they got moral issues against Google for harvesting personal data, then you don't want to be starting your sales conversation about your Google solution. So let them first explain what they want and when they do, and they talk about, okay, I want to have the ease and comfort of working everywhere, anytime, on any device, in any place, on and offline, and whatever. And I've heard a few things about Office 365, which sounds amazing. I've got some friends who are using it for their business, some relatives or family members, and I think that's the best way to go. Okay, why do you think that's the best way to go? Yeah, because they're telling me these stories that it's working for them, so I suppose it works for me as well. I say, okay, and how do you see that with your files? That would be a question from my side, because that's why we combine Office 365 with the Google Drive instead of SharePoint or OneDrive. And then I say, it's pretty easy. I can use it on any device I have. Yes, that's correct. And I can use it on and offline. That's partially right. And then you can break down their beliefs. And when you break down their beliefs and rebuild proper beliefs, so you have to come with a good enough set of arguments and why that particular solution on its own is not going to solve all his problems. And when you focus on solving his problems, he doesn't care, or he or she. I don't try to make any difference here, but it's just a natural habit of me. So that particular prospect or customer doesn't care about what particular solution he's buying or needs to actually want. First we start off with the want, and then we go to the need, because on the end you need to fulfill the need. But let's go back to the story. He or she doesn't care on what solution they are using, as long as it solves all their problems. So if you can ask enough questions to get to the bottom of where it itches, where are their frustrations? What can't they do? If they can do it, well, it would make 80% difference in daily operations. And if you can get that point on the table and you can address it, and then you can solve it for them, well, that's why you create raving fans. Because first you got to deliver, of course, which I'm pretty convinced you're capable of. But then you need to over-deliver. And by over-delivering, that's where you make the difference between a customer or a raving fan. And I always go for raving fans, because that's the way you increase sales, and that's the way that you go back a few podcasts, I don't know, maybe 10, 15 episodes back. I did an episode about how every new customer generates, 30 new customers within the next year, if you do it properly. So if you go back to the last episode, for my webinar, the subscribers paid on average, I believe it was like $4 or $5 to opt in for my webinar. Even when I count all expenses on ads, it came down to, I believe, $200 per conversion for a prospect who was joining the webinar for signing the contract afterwards for our Always Saving Business suite. So that one, what did I say? $200, $250, I don't know. That's what I paid per conversion. Sorry for the confusion here. Let's say $250. I don't have it on my top of my head now. It's somewhere between $200 and $250 for that one per conversion. If I take that down to 30 customers, I'm not good at math in my head, but I believe it's less than $2. So that's an average around, $8 a new customer. So if I can acquire a new customer for $8, that's really cheap. So, and that's why I need to over-deliver, so I can get the wheel spinning and get a lot of spin-off of that particular customer, or in this case, X amount of customers times X amount of new leads times X amount of new customers times X amount of new leads. And that keeps on going. And if you follow up properly, you don't have to do so much about sales. It comes naturally. It's just another recipe, another routine that if you follow it properly, you'll, customers will be coming to you and you don't have to do cold canvassing ever again. If you like this and like to know more about how I performed the webinar and started up, go back to episode 41, listen to it, read it, and read it again. There are some links to Expert Secrets and the .com Secrets book of Russell Brunson. He offers a free plus shipping offer. You just cover the shipping costs and he'll send you the books for absolutely no money, and you get so much value out of them. Where you can, I'm sharing my results here with you, but there the techniques are explained in the utmost detail on what to do in what order. And I love to see you benefit from that as well. It's congruent with my core values, and that is that my intention is to leave everybody in a better state than when I first met them. So maybe this is our first encounter and you're listening for the first time. I want you to know that why I'm doing this to help other IT professionals out there or startups who just want one thing, and that's to over-deliver every single time to their customer and offer them a secure and safe cloud solution. So that's it. Thank you for listening. See you guys next time, and good luck with your progress. get to it. Bye bye. Marcel Martens.
If you're just starting out, you're probably studying a lot. That's good. You're probably geeking out on all the strategies also, right? That's also good. But the hardest part is figuring out what the market wants to buy and how you can implement it in a way that always gives you the same result, right? That's what I struggled with for a while, until I learned the formula. So I created a special mastermind called CloudMind to get you on track with the right services. More importantly, the right tools to migrate your customers in a way that guarantees success every single time. Wanna come? There are small groups on purpose, so I can answer your direct questions in person. You can hold your spot by going to cloud-secrets.com/cloudmind. Again, that's cloud-secrets.com/cloudmind.